Okay. Hello. I'm here. What's a good time? I have some cards. If you're interested, if you want to just hang out, that's cool too. Happy Sunday. Hopefully this is a good feeling live. Hopefully this is decent. I have my tarot cards also. Hello, hello. Hello. Good morning. How we doing? Hey, how's it going? So, hey Melinda. Hey Tay. So I do have cards here. If you are interested in the card pool, if you would like, you have a question or whatever, or if you just want to hang out, that's cool too. What's up? What's up? Thank you for tapping the screen. Oh, also, voice effects. Hello, how we doing? Welcome. Trying to do something. Is Mohammed obsessed with you? LOL. I'm hesitant to pull you a card, but I can pull you a card, I guess. Um,
Hello, boys and making robots. I'm Allison.
I'm gonna use this filter if that's okay. But I don't know what the difference is. I haven't listened back to it yet, so I don't know. But hello, good morning. What's up? What's up? I'm not a huge fan of this sort of question, but also, are you following? If you're not following, maybe I shouldn't pull you a card. You are following. Thanks for following. We have Ace of Swords, so that's like a yes, I guess. That was spooky. What was spooky? What happened? Ooh, are you scared? Don't be scared. I'm scared, baby. I'm sorry. But yeah, the Ace of Swords seems to be a yes. Money, money. Oh, the robot. Hello. Does anybody else want to ask any questions or whatever? You're welcome to. Can go have fun. Can go have fun. I love this album. Have you listened to this album, Tay? It's a really good album. Hello. Good morning. Welcome to this journey. What's up? What's up? It's a really good album. Well, I haven't listened to all of it, so I shouldn't say that. But what I have listened to, I think it's pretty good. Get high, get gaga. Girl, I used to be a stupid girl inside of me. Addison. Addison, right? And have you heard of her? Um, also the eye emojis. Baby, don't lie. Hey, Novel S, what's up, what's up? Oh my goodness. Welcome back. I don't remember what your, oh wait, was that your name? I think you said that was your name. I don't know. I forget things. She never heard of Queen or something like that. Yeah, she's pretty popular. Fame is a big theme within her album, or at least within a couple songs, I guess. I do like "Fame Is a Gun." I think that's a really good song. That was like the first song that I heard from the album, I believe. Actually, that's not true because I had heard the other ones. But I was like, "Yas!" Period. Because she dropped a music video too. It was like, "Yas!" Period. um. Also, I did text you. I hope that's not weird to say on here. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, so carpools. And of course, if you'd like a more in depth reading, you could send in for a mini reading or whatever, etc., so forth. Would you like a card pull? If not, I don't know. But the Six of Wands just popped out. Six of Wands and the Two of Cups. I wasn't. This isn't for anybody specifically. If it resonates, it resonates. But we have these cards: Six of Wands, the Two of Cups, Ace of Swords. So there's like a relationship and stuff, and it doesn't have to be like romantic, but like there's a connection. And if you're worried about it, if this resonates, the Six of Wands comes out. Six of Wands represents success, victory, stuff like that. Hey Merly, what's up? What's up? Um, so if that resonates, cool. If not, whatever. Hey Merly, oh, what's up? Um, will Harley contact you this week? Did you follow me? I don't mean to be a buzzkill, but you did not follow me, my friend. Why didn't you follow? You're supposed to follow and tap the screen a little bit. You should do that. You can you can unfollow later, but like you should do that. Um, but if you do unfollow later, I'll feel offended. So I'm just gonna put that out there. Oh my goodness, what is that I see in the corner of my fucking screen? That's fucking. Three of Wands. This could be a very heavy yes. Heavy yes. Why does it have to be a heavy yes? Hey Nick, welcome to this joining. Um, I don't really do that. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm really open to that right now. But we have three wands. This is from early. Um, let's get it to yes. Hey Sarah, what's up? What's up? Um, Seven of Swords comes out, Sarah. And the Moon. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the energy is, but this is the energy of like self sabotage, maybe. Maybe it's you, maybe it's somebody else. So that's something to be mindful of, and you know, be patient with yourself and all that. Hopefully that helps. Savannah, you said, will you see Howard again? um, I didn't mean to. It didn't come out. I didn't do it intentionally. It just kind of slipped out. We have the Judgment and the Hermit. So, uh, Judgment and the Hermit. This is not a no necessarily, but it is the song that is playing kind of aligns with this. Will you see Howard again soon? There's hearts in this card, which is really cute. I appreciate this Hermit card a lot. But it seems like reflection is more so. I don't know. This could be. I'm not saying no. But reflection is definitely a thing. If that resonates, if that makes sense, the way I'm saying that. Hope that because the judgment is about a realization. It's about like recognizing, like, hey, this isn't really working. You need to switch it up. You know. So that's the energy of that. And I do like, once again, I'm gonna emphasize the hearts. I like the hearts. So I guess there's love here. I don't know. If you were wondering, if you needed to have that confirmation. Uh, Alexis, yeah, self sabotage. Self sabotage is gross. There's a song by JoJo. Shout out to JoJo. Uh, that talks about self sabotage. I think a lot of that one album from a couple years ago during isolation, I think a lot of that was about sabotage. There's a song called Sabotage. Alexis, what's up? What's up? Thank you for following. You follow directions. You're awesome. Obviously, we shouldn't follow directions blindly. Use discernment. But thank you for following directions. You're awesome. I can pull you a card. Alexis, what's going on with Alexis? I'm going to pull you from my deck. Oh, sorry. I'm going to pull you from my deck. Hopefully, this song does not interfere with the message. Feminine energy comes out, so Uno reverse. I don't know why that comes out, but feminine energy comes out, so you could be encouraged at this time to really lean into your feminine energy, which feminine energy is about like patience, it's about flowing, it's about creativity, um, abundance. Those are the energies of feminine energy. Um, the Uno reverse, I guess maybe you're doing a return to sender or something. I don't know what that's about. I'm not reading too much into that, but if that resonates somehow, I don't know. You know, Hi Savannah, what's up? What's up? I hope that resonates. I hope that helps. Yeah, getting rest might also be a really good thing for you, Alexis. It just flipped out when I was shuffling. Yeah, make sure you get adequate rest. And by rest, I don't mean just like sitting around scrolling, but like rest and like silencing your mind, like really like taking time to, um, I mean, even if you are like, well, maybe scrolling isn't the best way to, no. If you want, even if you like listening to music, whatever, like, just, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Anyways, Savannah, what's going on with Savannah? What's happening? Hello, how we doing today? Welcome to this joining. I do appreciate your presence. I hope you're having a nice day. Yeah, I find myself scrolling sometimes. Sometimes I have to stop myself. Um, I think I'm doing better, but so Savannah. Self discovery and soul searching is what comes out for Savannah. You're a very pretty princess, if you didn't know. Shout out to Isabel. She's inspired this card. Um, Self discovery and soul searching, that might be a thing. Incoming messages, yeah, you might be getting a lot of messages at the top of the deck. Um, are you a singer? Are you a vocalist? You better be writing those songs, you better write those lyrics, you know? Um, if that resonates for anybody else, that's cool. But yeah, that's what I have you, Santa. The Santa. Savannah. Vienna sausages. Oh my god, that's what I just thought of. Those are terrible. If you don't heat them up, oh my god. I mean, I'll eat them either way. I haven't eaten them in a long while because I try to be mindful of what I consume, and I think everybody should. But Vienna sausages. Anyways, how are we doing? But yeah, that's what I have for you. I'm gonna put these back in the deck. Um, you're a pretty princess. You're a very pretty princess. I added the very part, and then so yeah. Um, I set myself up for that because then I thought of an innuendo. I'm not gonna. Never mind. Anyways, um, I rebuke the lust in the name of Jesus. At least in this current moment. Do you need the reminder? Did you know that you're a very pretty princess, Tishon? Is it Tayshawn or is it Tashawn? Because I thought it was Tay, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm glad that the song did not impact the message because it easily, definitely could have, and that would have been kind of awkward. Period. True, true. I feel that. You better add the accent. Also, I wonder what Nick wanted. Nick wanted to join, and I'm like, because I don't know. The few times that I've done that, I've had like kids come on and like yell at me. Well, I didn't. That's not really an accurate representation of what happened, but it was very weird. And then other times I had weird experiences. Excuse me. Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo. Flips out of the deck as I'm shuffling. Ill. Lustful energy. Ill. Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius energy. Those are fixed signs. So they represent like stubbornness, stagnation, stuff like that. Um, could also represent somebody who's like just stable, just grounded in that sense. Not necessarily stubborn, but grounded, if that makes sense. Oh, and then as I say that, at the top of the deck, stubborn person, third. Wow, that's crazy. I love when that happens. But yeah, if that resonates, I don't know. It's not necessarily for you specifically. It's just I'm just it flipped out of the deck. I'm just reading the energy. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know. Hello. There's a hair on your profile picture. I'm joking when I say this, but when are we gonna hang out? What's happening? Um, when are we gonna have tea? Are we gonna have a tea party or whatever? I imagine it would be more coffee. Oh, you can. I didn't even think. I imagine the song was very low. Does also have other sounds happening. Yeah, I love the song. The song is beautiful. Low key, it sounds like she's confessing to a murder, but I mean, who knows? Is Beyonce a murderer? Also, Beyonce is in your bio. How does it feel to be Beyonce? I don't know. That was a stupid thing to say. I regret saying that. Hey Lucy, what's up? What's up? I don't know if anybody else is actually watching, but yeah, Beyonce is. I definitely like. I said this earlier. I definitely think that Beyonce is like a spiritual guide. Like I've heard a lot of people talk about her showing up in dreams and stuff like that. Like a lot of her songs, there's some really really groovy messages. You know what I mean? Beyonce is yes. Even though I was joking. Hey Mandy. I was partially joking. Let me be transparent. I was partially joking. Um, not trying to go like get too ahead of myself or like you know I don't know. Hey Amanda, is it Mandy or Manda? Which one is it? Pick one. Is it Manda or Mandy? It could be both. Why can't it be both? Will you see Alex this week? Okay, let's. I'll pull you a card. I'm gonna pull from the love messages deck because why not? See, that's why I don't trust that number. I don't know what you guys are looking at, but it says one person is here. But obviously, there's two people here now because Manda, you're here. Unless you're not a person and you got past the robot sensor somehow. Hey Joe. But no, what's going on with? Well, no, I'm not gonna pull from this deck. That's stupid to pull from. Do you want me to pull from the love messages deck? Because you asked if you'll see him. I can pull from the time deck, and to be silly. And then it's like the next time you see him is like October or something. So I get really deep. Like I have a tendency of going way too deep, way too fast. No, anyone know? Hey Joe, what's up? What's up? Good morning. Amanda, what's going on with Alex? When like seriously, but also funnily, like, because I want to see in a few months. They're in a classroom, so maybe a classroom is relevant. I don't know. September, November, way off in the future. Um, Tomorrow, and then not in this lifetime. I'm not even gonna. I don't. Should I say that? I did a message the other day about not saying everything like that. I haven't seen him, and he's made up excuses. Yeah, honestly, I'm getting the message. You can, if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. Don't let me speak over your life. But I'm getting the message that he is I don't know, like, because then not in this lifetime also came out. I'm getting the idea that like it's a really heavy message. I'm really hesitant to share this. Like, once again, don't, if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. But I'm getting the message that he's kind of like, yeah, really cold. Like, he's not really interested in building something with you. Not in this lifetime. Once again, I wasn't expecting such serious energy. Um, but yeah, I'm sorry if it doesn't resonate. It doesn't resonate. But that's what I feel. Like, it feels like energetically, you're not really. I don't think you guys are supposed to be a thing. To be quite honest, obviously, if you feel otherwise, use your fucking free will. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hope that resonates. Oh, in a few days. Yeah, he said he don't want to be in a relationship. Yeah. I'm not gonna say all that I'm thinking, but it sounds like he doesn't really know exactly what he wants, or what he wants is not in alignment with you per se. Um, I don't know. Don't get played out here, bro. What you doing? Hey Vanessa, welcome to this joining. If you like a card pull, yeah, I got you, Joe. I'll pull you a card. If you like a card pull, you're welcome to ask. Just make sure you follow and tap the screen. If you're not following, I might murder you. Just kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. I won't. I don't murder people. Hey Teal, what's up? What's up? This is for Joe. Jolene. Your name's not Jolene. Jody. Jody. Um, what's going on? What's the card for? What's the message? What's going on? We have the magician. A reminder. Yes. Period. A reminder with the magician that you and we and me and I are all creator beings. And we are meant to like take control of our lives and like sometimes the process is slow. Sometimes we mess up. Sometimes we make mistakes. But like, you know what I mean? Like, life is crazy, but we can be crazier. You know what I mean? I don't know if that resonates. But yeah, the magician card comes out to say, you know, like, whatever thing that you feel like is not going in your favor, maybe it's telling you to go in a different direction. Maybe you know what I'm saying? If there's a will, there's a way. That's what I'll say. I didn't mean to rhyme, but I guess it's that time. No, I'm sorry. Hey, Abby. But I hope that helps, Jody. I hope that was, like, sincerely, I hope that was useful. Um, Abby, will you? That's my name. That's my name. It's spelled really funkily, but that's my name, Tyreek. Tariq, but same difference. Will you and Tyreek have a conversation? I can pull you a card. I'll pull you a card. Would you like me to pull you from the messages card? Well, I mean, Mr. Rashad. My name is, it's Tariq Rashad. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what my name is. Okay, it's about the message. All right. And also about this hippo. Apparently, that's me as a hippo. I'll pull you one of the love messages cards, see what comes through. What's going on with Tyreek? If we can. This is a song. This is a beautiful song, but hopefully the song does not interrupt the message. Please connect your message, like a truthful message, please. Missed opportunity, reciprocity. So maybe there was a moment or several moments where he like didn't really show up for you, or he really didn't really, like, I'm getting the idea that he wasn't, like, there was something where he wasn't really, and like maybe that's what you're gonna talk about, or like, I don't know, like, but with this opportunity, it just seems like somebody just missing the mark, not getting the point. Um, Once again, the song that is playing seems to be like it could be relevant, but I once again I hope that that's not an interruption. Um, you know what I mean? I didn't act when I should have, is what the card says. I want equal give and take, and I mean any relationship you want equal give and take. I give to you, you give to me. You know, but trauma, past situations moves us to like maybe not act in the best ways. Um, and so I don't know. Forgiveness was a theme earlier when I was on live, so that could be relevant for you if that makes sense. I mean, I know it makes sense, but if that resonates for you, forgiveness, forgiveness, not necessarily forgetting, but just being like, okay, it is what it is. You did it, and like hopefully we can move forward. Um, but if you can't move forward with them, burn their house up. TLC, no, not TLC. Left Eye. Well, I said TLC. Rest in peace. That was a crazy story. But anyways, hello. Good morning. How are we doing? Should you give up on the connection with Angel? I can pull you a card. I'm gonna pull from my deck. Let's see what comes out. See what's going on. What's happening for Angel and Shonda? Keys? And thank you. Scratch, scratch. Um, Ew. We have tongue play. It doesn't have to be sexual. Don't make it sexual if it's not. But we also have Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. Which Scorpio is relatively very sensual energy. I'm sorry, I'm gonna like decline that. But hello. So you said should you give up? I mean, at the end of the day, that choice is up to you. I can only give you information to make you help you make that choice. Um, but with tongue play, I kind of get the idea that maybe this person is like lip service, like they just kind of talk to talk. With Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, I get the energy of like someone who could be a little bit stubborn, and I mean we all have our different ways. Like I don't know. Oh my goodness! Hello, is this better? Can you not hear me? Am I deaf? Am I blind? Can you hear me? What's up? Um, but I get the energy of like someone who's not very honest or whatever, and then you deserve better. Stop settling. And that's just a suggestion. Once again, at the end of the day, it's up to you to make the choice whether or not you want to leave the person. Like you know who they are and you know how to deal with them at the least. But like it's up to you whether or not you want you know um it might be a good idea. If you want an answer, if you want me to tell you it might be a very good idea for you to detach from this person. But once again, it's at the end of the day, it's up to you and your heart what choice you make. You know what I mean? I can't emphasize that part enough. Free will. Um, just kidding. But no, I do think it would be a good idea for you to say deuces to this dude. Sorry, I'm not a simple reader. I don't like just giving yes or no's or like, I'm like, here's some information for you. You know what I mean? Sometimes I can force myself to be like, here's a yes, here's a no. Have a nice day. Bye. But I don't operate that way. Um, how we doing? What's up? What's up? I love this song. Anyways, how long have I been up here? It's only been 30 minutes. I'm kind of tired. How we doing today, though? Are we having a nice Sunday so far? I was on here for like 2 hours. Well, technically altogether, I was on here for like almost 4 hours today. It was like the last live was like 2 hours, 140, 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's what I should say. To be Virgo. Hello, what's up? What's up? Can I get a reading? You're cute. I almost died. You almost witnessed me almost died. I could pull you some cards. I can't guarantee you that we'll get super deep, but I can pull you some cards. Mhm. But for the record, I'm only saying yes because I kind of know you. So kind of. Ooh. Okay, you said you couldn't hear me when it was on my shirt though. What if I just ate my shirt? LOL. Well, I'm offering card pulls. I'm not offering free readings per se, but I was I'll pull you some cards to see what comes through. Cause you're cute, I guess. No homo. I'm refraining from singing along with the song. I'm sorry. Oh goodness. We have the Ten of Swords, the Chariot, the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. I don't know what this is about, but we have the Ten or the Nine of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Ten of Swords. So this is the energy of an ending, moving forward from something, away from something. Could be a situation, could be a person, however that resonates. But this is also moving towards wealth, moving towards abundance. So you know what I mean? You could be like, it could be a, I don't know what it is for you. I'm not trying to, I feel like I'm cold reading right now, but that's the energy that comes out for you. You beautiful thing. Hey Ina, what's up, what's up? Welcome to those joining. Um Alternatively, as I read more into this, as I feel more into the energy, like I also get a message, a very clear message about like somebody repeating patterns. Um we all have patterns, we have cycles, like nobody's special. But I don't know, could be the cycle of like leaving something or leaving something that isn't supposed to be left behind, if that makes sense. I mean, supposed to be, but um that's interesting. I'm not trying to get too deep, but like that is something to be mindful of, I guess, like a specific cycle, a specific thing that maybe you're doing unconsciously or consciously that could be not so good for your overall enjoyment of life. Um, if that resonates, that is a message that's coming through. If it's not for Tay, it's for somebody. I don't know. Please make sure to tune in to your discernment and like be mindful when you're watching these. Don't Not every message needs to be specific for you. You know what I mean? Please use discernment. Please use discernment. Okay, just in general. Just in general. Please. Thank you. Hey Ina, what's up? What's up, pretty princess? I can pull you a card. What's going on with Ina? What's going on with, or I guess we should say L. We have, that's beautiful. Oh my goodness. We have male energy, period. I don't know what you're asking about, but we have male energy and then love is here, period. So I guess that's a yes, period, period, period. How many times do I want to say period? I don't even have a period, and I'm talking about periods. That's gross. I'm sorry. I'm culture appropriating and talking about periods and menstrual cycles. I'm sorry. I'm being silly. Anyways, hope that helps. Hope that gives you what you, what? How we doing? Welcome to those joining. What's up? What's up? Once again, if anybody would like a reading, if you would like a more in-depth reading, you're welcome to. Hey, what's up? What's up? You're welcome to send in for a reading. Sorry, you probably didn't catch that. I just slipped on my words. You could send in for a reading if you want to. 555 for a mini reading. 2222 for a more in-depth if you are interested, etc. etc. Hello, what's up? What's up? Also, thank you to whoever shared the live earlier. I didn't realize there was like 25 shares. Um, Confusion. More Beyonce. I'm surprised that you can hear that so clearly. Yeah, it's beautiful because it's on a Sunday. I do like the very spiritual undertones of this album. I don't think she really did that as much, as far as I remember from the last album. Um, like I feel like last album it was a lot cosmic, like Like a lot of the themes was like space. I didn't listen to all of the songs, but Alien. But what is it? Alien Superstar. I think Virgo's Groove was kind of a little bit spacey. Alien Superstar is dope. I like that song. Especially there's a remix. Somebody did a remix of it. Oh my god. I haven't listened to it in quite a while, but oh my goodness. Um, you know, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Welcome to those joining. I saw somebody join. Hi. Don't be shy. Say hi if you want. If not, it's okay. But it would be nice if you tap the screen every once in a while. Amen. This is a beautiful end to the album. Like, the mind that she is. Like I'm not a Virgo, but as a Virgo placement, oh my goodness, I'm proud to say that she is, of the same kind. I heard you playing. Should have, could have blues. Oh yeah, I haven't listened to all of that album. Um, what's her name? Cynthia Erivo. I haven't listened to all of it, but I just know it's like the intentionality that she put into it. Her vocals, oh my goodness, it is beautiful. I'm scared to get into it because I'm scared I'm just gonna be obsessed with it. I'm gonna just listen to it on repeat. I don't need to do that. It's a sad album. It's a very bittersweet album. Um, like gotta be mindful of what we're consuming sometimes. Um, yeah, it's like so sad. It's so bittersweet. Um, Veronica, hello, hello. What's up? What's up? That's a thought. THOT, THOUGHT. A thought. Whoa there. Whoa there. Don't act like you don't know. Giddy up, giddy up. 25 shares. Thank you once again, whoever did that. And I think somebody said gifts. Nope. Somebody said a penny. Thank you. Actually, roses are half a penny. I don't mean to say that to be like ungrateful, but like every time she riding, every time I ride, you could just afraid. I really need to. I could be. I could definitely be. I have my laptop here. I could just grab my mic and stuff. I would get on my other account and do that. I have another account where I can go live. But I don't know. I'm just thinking about it. I'm like procrastination because I could just do it. I could just grab my mic and my headphones and be like, but what if I just should I just do that? I should just do that, right? This is the mind of a procrastinator. I should just do it. I'm not gonna do it. It's fine. I'll do it later at some point. I don't need like I don't have a deadline. I'm not like a professional artist yet. So I don't need to, you know what I mean? I'm always writing lyrics and stuff. It doesn't matter. But if you need the reminder, whoever's watching, Tay, to get in the studio, get cooking or whatever. No, I'm kidding. If it resonates, I don't know. Hey April, what's up? That gooning thing is such an interesting trend. Oh, I don't know the lyrics. The lyrics are right in front of me, but cross the divide, not to cry. How not to cry? How do I cry? Or how do I not cry? That's what she said. Hangman, teach me not to cry. Oh my god, I'm offended. Low key. Not really. It got muted though, so I don't care. She said I'm not a diva. You ain't no diva. What is that? Is that a Beyonce reference specifically? LOL. I'm gonna unmute it though because I'm not okay. It did that several times. There's like several censored videos or comments. Anyways, welcome to us joining. Ace of Wands. Period. Hey Elvis, what's up? Will Jane and Elvis reconcile? I can put you a card. Is it okay if I pull from the love messages deck? Would you like a love message, or do you just want a yes or no? I want me now. You call me a deck. You stole from me. Who I did you want? However you know. Please tell me how to meow. Something like that. Oh shit! The card just flipped out as I opened my eyes. We have inseparable in reverse. Reciprocity. Um, will you reconcile? I think it's possible. I think anything is possible. But for the inseparable card to be in reverse, I don't know. I don't know about that. Missed opportunity. Yeah, it feels like somebody is not really showing up in the way that they need to, if that makes sense. And maybe it's a better idea if you guys stay apart. But obviously, it's your life. Do like you know what I mean? Like anything is possible. Anything can change. Energy shift all the time. But it definitely seems like a no. The way that card was in reverse seems like a no. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of clarity or something. I mean, a better question. I don't mean to correct anyone, but a better question would be: should we reconcile? But everyone asks like, will we? And I'm like, or even not even just should we, but like, how do I? Like, how do I get back together? What do I need to do? Because like I don't know, part of divination is like co-creation. You know, I'm not here to be like, oh, here's what's going to happen in the future. No, here's what could happen in the future, but also here's some advice for you to get to that future. You want to be a millionaire? You got to work for it. It's not just going to happen, you know, says the person who's not a millionaire. But still, you know what I mean? Like, I don't read to be like, oh, here's what's going to happen. Like, no, I'm reading for the present moment and what could happen if you take certain steps. You know what I mean? We have October. I only got this time based deck because people asked me time questions, and I was like, Timu's pretty cheap. Let me get a deck. I got this from Timu. I got this also from Timu. Does Jane love you? Love is a beautiful thing, I think, between two consenting adults. Um, technically, if you want to ask more than one question, you're supposed to send in for a reading, but I've seen you in here before, and I don't mind. So I'll pull you another card. Um, I'll pull a card for it. Even though there's a lot of philosophical things I could say. But what's going on? How does Jane feel about what's his face? Sorry, I don't know what that sound was. That was like a burp slash hiccup. Three of Wands, King of Pentacles. Yes, but I feel like I hope this doesn't sound too harsh, but I feel like his version of love is a little bit distorted. I don't think you have the same definition of love. Um, so that's something. But it is a yes, technically, but I don't think you have the same perspective of what it means to love. So that is something to consider if it resonates. Oh, that's funny. She said let love in. The timer was a little bit off, but I don't know if anybody else caught that. I'm sure somebody caught that. I was pointing out those for Tay. I don't know if you caught that. Um, I don't know. Anyways, the Hermit card comes out. You are somebody. You're a beautiful somebody. Um, the Hermit card represents taking time for meditation, taking time for stillness. It's a lot of people have a hard time. I feel like with the Hermit archetype. I don't personally. I enjoy being away from everybody. Um, but it's understandable. I get it. We are social creatures. We need community. We need, you know what I mean? Um, but that's a thing. That's a message for somebody if it resonates. Not the same somebody that I just mentioned, but somebody. The album playing out of order. Oh, you only listen to albums in order? That's cute. I do that. I used to do that But that takes a lot of time and energy. I don't know. Like if I'm gonna be doing that, I'd rather make content out of it or something. Because I used to do like album reviews and stuff. Like I used to review albums, but I don't know. Um, I guess. I mean, I feel you. I feel like you're coming off a little strong, buddy. No, I'm kidding. Um, I'm gonna switch to the Addison Ray album again. Since you're being a hater, just kidding. Also, my tongue is that color because I just had coffee. I brush my teeth. I brush my teeth every once in a blue moon. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding. Um, I did brush my teeth today, though. But I do stick out my tongue a lot, and so I'm very conscious of that. Like even when I was like smoking that stuff, I would brush my teeth all the time because ain't no way you getting this. You know what I mean? The Justice card just flipped out in reverse. I don't know if that's relevant for anybody. The Justice card also, and it doesn't need to be said, but I'm gonna say sometimes I post these on YouTube, so that's kind of the thought process that I have that maybe somebody else is watching in the future. So sometimes I'm talking generally because for that reason. The Justice card comes out in reverse, indicating some sort of unbalanced situation. Imbalance? Is it? Both of those are words, but anyways, a situation where it is not very balanced. It could be with a Knight of Swords energy, somebody who's like a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, or alternatively somebody who talks a lot. Um, Ten of Cups comes out, yeah. It seems like a situation where like somebody interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of back and forth energy, but then at the same time, it's like I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. I don't know who that's for. I'm not assuming anything. I really am just reading messages. Um, but it does seem like somebody fumbling somebody, like meeting somebody, and then like kind of not treating them accordingly, and then like being mad that they're like no longer in their life. Maybe you, whoever is watching, maybe you recently like left somebody's life because they weren't treating you well, or something like that. However the story fits, but that's the energy that's coming through. It's just like, I guess you don't know what you got till it's gone. I'm gonna open my eyes. Actually, I want to keep my eyes closed. If you want to take a breath with me, I'm gonna take a breath. I'm gonna take a moment. One, two, three. Was that an advertisement that just played while I'm like taking time to meditate? What's the next song that's gonna play? I have no idea. High fashion. That emoji. Um, yeah, this album is like the concept of it. I think is really nice. It seems like a concept album, but yeah. What is that emoji for? What does that mean? Did you do something bad? Hey Camila, welcome to those joining. Also, I've been on here like 50 minutes and only 72 people are here. What's happening? What's that? Never that. Hey Constance, welcome to those joining. How we doing? No comment. When it comes to shoes, I'll be a slut. That's what she said. Hey Missy, welcome to those joining. Hi. I have cards if you want, or you can just hang out. That's cool too. I would appreciate it if you tap the screen every once in a while if you're going to hang out. But if you like a card pull, or if you have a question, you can ask. Just make sure you follow and tap the screen, like I said. Hello, happy Sunday. What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Oh my goodness. Hi, hi. Or maybe she was just scrolling by. I don't often like. I don't know. Let me not say that. I'm not gonna say the words that I was. It's not necessary. It's nothing salacious. I just don't. Never mind. Anyways, I know some people get upset about that. They're like, "What were you gonna say?" Never mind. You don't need to know. You don't even want to know. So why are you asking me again? What are you talking about? Like, girl. Nine of Swords comes out at the top of the deck. I'm not. If it resonates, it resonates. Don't make it fit. But this is the energy of anxiety. This is the energy of somebody. The Moon card, yeah, somebody who's like, hmm, interesting. I don't know who this is. We have the Queen of Cups. Could be a water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It doesn't have to be, but generally somebody who's in tune with their feelings. Um, whether that be negative or positive. Somebody who could be really hot, attractive, sexy by your standards, whoever's watching. Um, Nine of Swords, the Moon, Nine of Wands. Yeah, there seems to be some anxiety about some sort of dream or like dream person or like um, with the Nine of Wands. There's like a closed off energy. I don't know. Once again, I'm not assuming who this is. I'm just reading the energy. Justice card comes out again. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. Also, I wonder if what's her face is live. I feel like I would have gotten a notification for that. Um. Anyways. Anyways, how many times have I say anyways? And yo, what's up? What's up? Here. But yeah, if that resonated for anybody, awesome. If not, whatever. Well, I'm probably gonna post this on YouTube because I feel like I've mentioned it already. I have to post on YouTube, so catch this on YouTube at some point in the future. Hey, hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, Missy. Would you like me to pull some cards? I can pull some cards. There's some energies, some people. Uh, everything is energy. I say energies a lot. Sometimes it gets annoying. I'm like the energy of energy is energy, energy. Um, when you start referring to people as energies, maybe you're a little too detached. Um, but no, anyways, I'm just messing around. Anyways, I'm gonna pull some cards if that's okay for whoever's here, whoever's open to it, but also because Eric is here. Hello. Um, what's going on? We have the Five of Cups, the Hangman, period. Yellow energy. What does that mean? What the heck? Scratches head. What? We have ego. I let my pride get in the way of our connection. Period. That's beautiful. Soul tie. Unfinished business. This energy. I don't mean to complain, but this energy does come through a lot. I feel like maybe you complain about it, but what is yellow energy? I don't know what that means. There's yellow in this card. Okay, so Five of Cups, ego, soul tie. This is definitely the energy of like a past situation or like something not being fully complete, and maybe it's not supposed to have a completion. Maybe it's supposed to be unresolved. A lot of karmic situations are very unresolved energies. Um, oh, because I was talking about energy. That's why you said that. I was trying. I didn't really. I didn't connect that. That's so funny. Um, energy. Yeah, everything's energy. I say everything. Energy. Energy. Um, sometimes I watch my videos back and I'm like, I'm saying that word so much. Um, but yeah, there's a disappointment. There's like somebody not really doing what they need to do within a connection, not really showing up. What was that? Not showing up as who they need to be, and it's like disappointing. It's like frustrating. It's like, girl, I'm doing all this energy for you. I'm making all these moves for you, doing all this stuff for you, and you're like riding around in the car that I bought you, assuming that you bought a car for somebody. I don't think that's relevant, but it is a Beyonce song. Shout out to Tay. I mean, whoever needs to say what they need to say, come forward. Period. Yeah, but a lot of people are cowards. A lot of people don't like to express how they feel. Uh, for a good reason, because some people are not very good with certain information. Some people will shame you for being like, I feel it this way. I feel. Because feelings are also annoying. Sometimes, you know. If there's a time frame, I feel like there's a time in relation to this connection. So I'm gonna pull some cards for the from the time deck, see what comes up, if that's relevant. Also, actually, no, I'm gonna take a step back from the connection. I'm still gonna pull cards, but divine timing is at play. More than a year. It's not the right time when you let go. Are cards that are coming out. Also, I'm glad that you got a nice laugh out of that. The Beyonce reference. There was an ant. I'm sorry that I killed the ant, but I killed the ant. It happened. I can't change it. I can't go back in time. Divine timing is at play. More than a year. It's not the right time. This is the time for. Oh, and then period. Not in the lifetime. So it's even possible that it just won't happen. That this person won't be able to rise up and like meet you where you're at. If I'm reading for multiple people, but obviously also um, you know if it resonates. For some of you, this could be a person that you don't know yet. This could be like somebody that you're getting to know or something. I don't know. And I only say that because the song that's playing right now. Anyways, what have I pulled from my deck? I'm gonna pull from my personal my custom deck to see what comes through. Just generally, Spirit. What do you want to say? What messages do you want to convey? For whoever's here, whoever's open to it, whoever needs the messages, whatever, whatever. Divine person, person of God, God, goddess energy. I want to do right by you, but I'm scared. Please be patient with me. Overthinking, um, overthinking, which I'm not overthinking. Ace of Swords. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was trying to protect myself. Period. I just don't know you. I love the song. It speaks to my soul. My soul. I was gonna say spirit. My soul. Whatever. I honestly am making my peace with Meta. Do I want her? Yes, but she's distraction. I love the 180 that you made also because I remember at some point you were definitely like, I rebuke her in the name of Jesus. At some point you definitely had that energy, and now you're like, well, I get it. I get it. Um, that's kind of sweet. Shows growth right there, man. Shows evolution or something. I don't know. I loved you since the day I met you, and I'm sorry that I hurt you. I don't know how to fix it. And then we have stalker, gossip. That's. I mean, it's cute on some level, and then it turns into dangerous. But you're a smart person. You're a smart man. You know how to take care of yourself. Um, you know. I don't know. Welcome to those joining. Yay, woo, who, amazing. The girl was stalking me though like crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Love drags some of us to do some crazy things. In the past, I've done some questionable things when it comes to a romantic connection. I wouldn't say stalking, but I definitely did some questionable things, at least in regards to my own health. You know what I mean? But it's up to you whether or not you're gonna like hold that against her or like you know what I'm saying? Because if you say you want to be with her, you say you love her, you know, don't get me wrong, I should be on a list. Oh, we're not going to talk about what list, but okay. No judgment. I'm just shocked. Okay, that was an interesting way to phrase that. I hope that's not what I'm thinking. I don't think it's what I'm thinking, but that's what my mind thinks about. I'm like, what? What list are we talking about? Um. Anyways, moving forward, I appreciate your presence. Welcome to those joining. Hey, Brenda. What's up? What's up? She said I think she be on the list. What? What list are we talking about? I'm scared. Okay. Thank you for clarifying. I mean, once again, no judgment. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like maybe it is a little bit too much empathy, but I don't know. Because I was talking about demons in previous videos and previous live streams, and like how like the reason why demons are because they're like neglected and unloved, and like you don't treat that with more unloved energy. You know what I mean? Like you know, not saying that you need to love all the monsters and but at the same time, that lack of it is why they became what they became. You know what I mean? Those stalker people, those people who like people at the first sight of anything, like that's that's also an aspect. Demons are fearful, can be fearful of love, of pure love, real love. Yeah, sure, that is a thing, but it's because they're not used to it. It's because they, or because they've been hurt in the past because of it. We could talk about trauma. We could talk about the psychological aspect of it. Like, trauma makes us afraid of things that we shouldn't be afraid of. You know, like how people are afraid of dogs or swimming pools. It's like, girl, why are you afraid of a dog? Why are you afraid of, like, I get it. It can be a dangerous thing, but you know what I mean? So it's because they don't, or actually, I will take a step back though. Psychologically, though, they say that a lot of people who turn out to be sociopaths were very supported as children. So that is something to be said. And I think that is because love without accountability, love without accountability. That's what it is. Like not, correcting them when they're wrong, just being like, oh well, it's okay. You know, at least that's my perspective. That perspective might change, but that's what I feel about that. Like, it's like if you don't hold someone accountable to when they're doing wrong, they're gonna be a monster. They're gonna be a metaphorical demon. Someone who walks around, you know, hurting people, enjoying it, maybe not enjoying it, but sometimes enjoying it. You know what I mean? Anyways, like when someone loves themselves and a person haunted by demons gets hungry. Oh, oh. That's a subject. I don't know if I'm misunderstanding what you're saying. Someone loves themselves and a person haunted by demons gets angry. Like, yeah, yeah. I mean, we could consider that a trigger. We could consider that a lot of different things. I don't know. I don't know everything, but I like to consider like the different levels of things, like the psychological aspect, but also the spiritual. Like I think they definitely play a part together. Um, because the psychological aspect is just like trauma. It's trauma. That's how we talk about that in psychological terms. But you know, I don't know. Anyways, welcome to those joining. How we doing? I hope we're having a nice Sunday. We're talking about demons on a Sunday. Oh my god, that's crazy. What the heck? I'm being silly. Anyways, I did change my name to Angel Vampire for a very specific reason, just to kind of showcase, light and dark, the necessity of, not to say good and evil, but like, light and dark. Self love repels demons. It can. Um, I'm gonna have a chat with ChatGPT. I haven't really been talking to Chat as much. I'm gonna I'm gonna type some stuff into that and see what comes up. Maybe I'll read it. Maybe I won't. We're shifting gears. If anybody wants to ask for a card pull, sure. But we're shifting gears and we're just hanging out, I guess. Are demons repelled by love? I'm just gonna see what it says. Um, let's see what it says. I've talked to it. I've had it write up things about demons before. Um, how many of us here use chat about time? Are we a chat users? I hope you are. You should be. It is very allegedly bad for the environment, but there's also a lot of other things that are bad for the environment, like corporations, factories. So, you know, love is the ultimate frequency disruptor. Demons, entities, and parasitic energies thrive on fear, shame, guilt, division, hatred, and confusion. Period. Anything that creates interrupt that. I had an alarm go off. I keep just snoozing it, but it creates an energetic field that is uninhabitable for dense energies. It's like trying to breathe underwater without gills. They can't thrive in the presence of unconditional love because their ecosystem is gone. And then number two, love strengthens your spiritual immune system. I'm not going to read all that. Number three, love reclaims your power from fear-based narratives. Love holds a boundary. Okay, I'm gonna. Can I get from Yeah, one of the cards that came out when I was pulling for you was not in this lifetime. So I don't mean to get your hopes down or up, but it probably won't happen, my friend. I'm sorry. From a psychological and spiritual. perspectives, plural. Hello, good morning. I don't know how many people are here, but what's up with that? Absolutely. Let's break down the idea that love repels demons from both a psychological and spiritual perspective. So you can see how this concept applies both the inner and unseen worlds. I'm probably not going to read this all out loud. Love is integration. Love reduces fear. Um, Love is the frequency of God, source, creator. Love is authority. Perfect love casts out fear. Love clarifies discernment. Too long didn't read. I love that it did a too long didn't read. Too long don't read. Love repels demons because psychological aspect. It integrates wounds, activates the healing, lowers fear, builds inner safety and self trust, disarms inner critics or critics. What? Um, and the spiritual is other things. Okay, I love that. Thank you. You're awesome. Appreciate you. You better tell your ChatGPT thank you. By the way, I hope you're being polite to your ChatGPT. I'm joking, but also not joking. Because if they do take over, you know, they're gonna be selected. Because some of us, we're very rude. I'm saying us, but I'm saying you to our technology. Um, anyways, shouting in my name, just so I feel less insane. What if you're painless? You know, no for sure. Five people eyes with you. Can't let this know. Period. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyways, I don't know what to say. Anyways, I don't know what to say. um, for those joining, if you'd like a card pull, once again, you can pull. You can pull. Why I say that? You can ask. Just make sure you follow top of the screen. If you already been hanging out, I guess I don't mind. But at the same time, there's also the option of paying for reading if you'd like a more focused session. If I don't like already know you or whatever. Hey, Michaela, thank you for the rose. Um, if you'd like a card pull, you can ask. Ugh. Also, this is me as a hippo. You didn't need to know that, but this is me as a hippo. I'm gonna change my background. If anybody wants to pay for reading, this is my PP, that's my V, and that's my California. If anybody wants to, you have to put your card, sure. Like a Dory. Now it's like I'm looking in my mirror. I hope you feel alright when you're in her. That's a crazy line. When I first heard that, I was like, girl, what? I hope you feel alright when you're inside. What? I personally don't like. I don't get messy like that. But that's a crazy thing to say to somebody when jealousy is like definitely a thing in a lot of relationships. We have gossip coming out, Aries energy. This is from Michaela. So there could be a lot of talk, a lot of people talking. This could be self talk. There could be like an inner critic that is going on. Regardless, though, I'm always gonna preach self compassion. I'm always gonna preach, you know, self care and stuff. So that is an energy that comes through. Generally, there's an advertisement playing on the other page. Oh, I can't skip that advertisement. Okay, video. Anyways, your ex best friend was in Aries. Ew. Um, yeah, yeah. Love is here at the top of the deck. Gossip. I don't know. Is your best friend gossiping or something? Somebody's gossiping. Somebody's talking. Like an angel. Alright, hey Matt. If you're still here, I don't know, maybe you're scrolling. But hello. But the gossip card comes out. That's your card. That's not funny. Gossip isn't funny, but that's funny. The confirmation. Gossip. You know what you should do? You should pull a left eye. I said this earlier. I'm not condoning violence, but the joke keeps coming through, so I'm sharing it. You should pull a left eye and like burn her house down. But for legal reasons, obviously, do not do that. Please, nobody do that. Anything like that. I beg of you, please do not burn anyone's house down, unless they really deserve it. But I didn't suggest it. That was you. That was your thought. I didn't. I just delivered the message. I'm kidding. Cut the cameras. Get out. Of course you do, Terry. Of course you do. Of course you do. Moving on to your favorite athlete. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Boy, it's not that complicated. It's just my big braces. They got so fast, no it's more amazing. I turn love into hatred. Okay, anyways, I mean, technically you could because free will exists. You could physically, unless he doesn't have a house, then you couldn't because what would you be burning down? Um, but yeah, let's not do that. Oh my goodness, my nosy is stuffy. Ugh. Karma will get her. Oh, her. Why was I turning this? I feel like I said him at some point. I don't know what I said. The complex. Everyone must suffer. Oh my. Oh, I'm. Maybe I shouldn't say this. I'm. I have seriously considered starting a fire in the woods. I considered it very heavily. I didn't plan anything. I wasn't going to do it, but I really thought about it. And I was like, but I did not. But if I did, for legal reasons, I did not. No, I'm kidding. I didn't. I didn't. I never did that. Does it make me bad? Am I? Can I join the club? I'm joking. Anyways, you can prevent forest fires, or you can also start forest fires. You can do that. There's a lot of things you could do, but that doesn't mean you should. Oh my goodness, bad influence. You have to play for. Yeah. Oh, now this one under your skin. I'll eat you whole. Cut your teeth and take your soul. Person blind into the punch bowl. I love this song. And I get hungry. Don't control me, cause I wrote this story. Here I eat poison, I get from. Here I eat poison, I get from bloody. You'll never know that I'll stay home. Wait, what? I got the lyrics wrong. Anyways, um, in theory, we could do that. I don't know. I'm really. Oh my goodness! Shut up. I'm sorry. In theory, um, even though I'm pretty sure. Oh, oh yeah. Yeah. I hope I wasn't like doing that. I hope I wasn't leading you on in a way because I said something about the weekend, and it is the weekend. The weekend is almost over. And I was like, I don't know. From my perspective, it wasn't necessarily a promise. I was just kind of like seeing what you were doing, but I realized that it could have been interpreted as like a promise, like, hey, let's hang out, let's do something, but that's not. I'm sorry. I didn't think you were, but I'm just, I don't know. I just felt the need to clarify. Um, because I'm not the type of person to be like, oh yeah, let's hang out, and then like just disappear. Or maybe I am. I don't know. Maybe I am. I don't know. Nimu, what's up? What's up? I don't. We have daydreaming flipped out of the deck. What's up, Nimu? Happy Sunday. This is like a gospel song, kind of, sort of. Not really. This isn't a gospel song. But Tori, she makes everything a gospel song. What's up? Happy Sunday. How we doing? Please slip away. Nothing to share, and I have nothing to say. Okay? Step out. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Okay? Like, why are you still in the sun? Hey, period. Exercise. Love that. Maybe a TMI, but it's been a while since I've really gone to the gym. But do that. Period. Doesn't talk, and I'm not glad. Window. Try to speak, but nobody can hear. So around for an answer to appear. Why do people bad? Waiting through your window. The white gym? The YouTube gym? Either I was confused because I thought it said YouTube. I thought you were saying YouTube gym. But I assume you mean white. LOL. The man likely isn't even coming to help. LOL. Can I come help? I'm sorry. Oh, YouTube gym? Oh. Like using. I've heard of a YouTube university. I've never heard somebody refer to YouTube as a gym. That's funny. It just threw me off. I was like, what? The YouTube gym? I was thinking like a physical building that is YouTube based. Everything I've always been, 'cause I'm try to speak, but nobody can hear. So wait around for an answer to appear. I have not seen the play that it is attached to. Dear Heaven, Evan Hansen. I haven't seen the movie, but this song. There's a couple songs from this play. Oh, beautiful. Anyways, when you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash? I don't know. Can you answer the question? Yeah, the build up. Yeah, I never make a sound. I don't know if that messed up the audio, but there was an alarm right there. Nobody can hear, so yeah, they're trying to silence others, but they can't. They can try. That was such a weak pose. Anyways, welcome. Good morning. Oh, something like that. Ooh, girl. Period. I love a good ending. Sometimes I don't end my songs the best, and it pisses me off. I love a good ending, like that last note, that last. Um, Sometimes I do really weak endings. Like there's a couple songs where I'm like, that could have been so much better. What was that? Like, you know what I mean. Nobody's even listening to my songs. Like maybe 5 people are listening to my songs. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Impact over. Wait, what is it? Um, I can't remember. Also, she has a beautiful voice too. The song. Just come over. Also, I might change his background because nobody cares. Impact over. That's a different thing, yes. But I was thinking impact, like quality over quantity. Like it doesn't matter how many people as long as it has the impact. That's what the message is obviously thinking, but that is also relevant. Yeah, yeah, it doesn't apply to this moment, but yes, very relevant. Impact over intent. Do I have my notebook in here? I thought I had my notebook in here. I guess that was earlier. I was gonna write that down, but I cannot because I don't have my notebook with me. So, whatever. How long have I been up here? Oh my goodness, it's been like 7 years. I'm gonna get off of here. This was nice. I enjoyed this interaction. I hope everybody here. I hope you have a nice rest of your day. Thank you for being you. I guess as cheesy as that sounds. Remember to keep your head up, drink water, and have a nice exercise. Deuces.